Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. So, little change to the plans tonight, so bear with me. Tonight, we are going to go over the 5 things that helped me
It's kind of hard to describe dogs
get
sometimes.
sober.
My name's Jim Sterling. This is my work partner,
Hold
Crowley.
on one
We're a
second.
solo individual.
Oops. All right. Sorry, I was on my own live stream. So I wanted to go over the 5 things that helped me get sober. I know a lot of you that have watched my videos may have seen some of these before, but we're gonna go over them live. And so I'm gonna start with number 1. Um, so I cut out sugar. That was a huge part, like all the added sugar. Yes, I know fruits and vegetables have, or fruits have sugar in them, and a lot of things have sugar in them, but it's like the added sugar that we cut out, the junk, like the no ice cream, no candy, no chocolate, no junk, no treats, no nothing. But of course I had fruit. Yes, there's sugar in it. But like reducing the sugar from your diet actually helps stabilize your mood, which when you're quitting drinking is kind of like a good thing to do. We don't, some of us can get a little irritable and all the things. And it, it also helped with my weight loss journey. So I've lost probably about 20 pounds or so since I quit drinking. So when I looked back and realized those vodka lemonades that I was drinking come with like 24 grams of sugar plus 24 grams of sugar, and then we would drink the whole bottle or like, the Costco size tubs. That's a lot of sugar that you're consuming. So not only did quitting drinking help lose weight, that sugar that we were drinking while drinking was a significant thing also. I mean, you can drink all those hard seltzers that you want and think that you're going to lose weight because you switched one alcohol for the other, but in theory, it's all alcohol. It's all terrible for you. And so sugar is terrible for you. For those of you that have a sugar problem, sugar addiction, and may not have alcohol addiction as much, probably work on that. I mean, sugar causes a lot of issues: overweight, diabetes. I mean, all the things. It's so I've heard it's the top like worst thing for you, the biggest addiction. That's a whole different story. So cutting out sugar while quitting drinking in the very beginning was probably very crucial because I didn't turn to sugar like a lot of us do. I did, however, go into a couple months of falling into the sugar trap, but I had to get myself out of it because it was making me feel gross, making me feel bloated. I started gaining weight again. But ever since I cut out that sugar, I lost probably that 4 to 5 pounds that I gained back. Yeah, I love ice cream during summertime. And I was back into eating all the treats, chocolate, pastries. I mean, I even had a donut, and I don't eat donuts. Like, that's how bad it actually got. But I knew that I didn't feel good. My body didn't feel good. My, like, mood wasn't good. So sugar went back on the back burner again. And I feel absolutely amazing. And then one of the other things that helped me quit drinking in the very beginning was Sip Smart. Swap alcohol for coffee or sparkling water. You could add tea in there, lemon water, like flavored water, any sort. Like if you don't like the bubbles in water, that's totally fine. Switching just anything that I could put in my hand that wasn't alcohol, it really helped me. Coffee also helps me with cravings for sugar. I would drink black coffee. I can drink black coffee. I don't have a problem with it. I actually like it. But lately we've been putting heavy cream in our coffee, and that really helps those food cravings even more. because if I'm feeling hungry, I feel like I need sugar, feel like I need like just something different. It's almost like a dessert itself. I'll put it over ice or I'll drink it hot. I mean, it doesn't matter what time it is. Like I had one at 5 o'clock, but I had a half calf. So I have decaf, half calf, full calf, variety of coffee on hand. I have tea on hand. I have a variety of sparkling waters on hand. I'm probably gonna have to buy some stock in something soon because I mean, I'm constantly buying sparkling water. Yes, it's like a quarter of the price of what we were drinking, but I mean, we're drinking a lot of sparkling water. And currently, my favorite one is the Waterloo brand, the Cherry Limeade. Probably definitely my favorite. It kind of just is summer, and I can sit outside, enjoy it. And, back when I was drinking over a year ago, I thought that going to the patio with something in my hand, like alcohol, was like required to go outside and enjoy the sunset. But no, I can actually go out with coffee now. I can go out with sparkling water, tea, whatever it is. By the end of the day, I really get sick of drinking water because I drink a lot of water, which goes to another huge part of me quitting drinking was hydrate to stay sober. A gallon of water a day definitely kept those cravings away. A lot of you probably struggle with water. I know some of my friends are like, oh, 8 ounces is good enough for me a day. And I'm like, oh boy. Like, I've always drank a ton of water. Even in high school, people called me fish or camel because I drank like so much water. The water kept me full. It just like focusing on definitely making sure I got 128 ounces, or AKA a gallon of water a day definitely helped. It helped like cleanse my body. It helped like just get all that alcohol out of my system. It helps keep the bloat away. I can definitely tell when I don't drink enough water, I retain water. Funny concept there. So drinking water helps my water retention. And instead of like taking diuretic when I feel like I'm bloated from water retention, then I just drink more water, which is healthy for our liver and kidneys and our whole entire body. It, I don't have a problem with water. I love water. But by the end of the day, definitely I need something. And I like look back and my whole entire life I've drank water, but when I like made drinking a gallon of water a focus, it definitely helped like keeping the sugar cravings away, keep the alcohol cravings away, kept me full so I didn't eat junk. It really did help. You should try it. Another one was Learn and Grow. Books and podcasts definitely helped fuel my sobriety. I read for probably 20-30 minutes a day some positivity books. I read Jamie, oh my gosh, probably gonna botch her name, Jamie Kern Lima or something like that. I read Lisa Blue. I tried Ed Milet, but I definitely listened to a lot of Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, a lot of podcasts on ADHD, which really put an understanding to how people use alcohol to help control their ADHD. This can be a different live stream because we can go on and on about this, but definitely like listening to people that are influencing, motivating, like they kick you in the butt and they're like behind a screen really help. Like Andy Frisella will tell you you're a loser straight up to your face, and that definitely makes you think about your own life. And Ed Milet is very gentle about telling you to fix your life. And there's so many podcasts, so many like audibles, so many books out there. I know a lot of you have read, I think it's called The Naked Truth, that have helped some of you quit drinking. I personally have like read summaries of it. I read some of it, but I have not read the book. So, yeah. I like the summaries. I think I started that in high school, we would read the summaries of the book. But I think that if a lot of you are struggling with finding your worth and like not knowing what direction to go, I would definitely stop reading the fiction because I mean, yeah, we all want a rainbow and roses and butterfly painted world, but in reality, we got to actually work for that. So these types of books and podcasts really start changing your mind. They start making you think like, ooh, I can be that person. Oh, I can be better. Oh, like they give you like Atomic Habits helps like you like create habits and you just start a whole different routine in your life. And I think that is definitely huge when you're quitting drinking because you have so many people being a positivity in your life and helps rewire your brain in a way. I mean, it helped rewire my brain, and I swear, like, it really helped me. Listening to some of these people truly inspired me to do better for myself, do better for my family. It encouraged me to want to just grow as a person. And I think a lot of us just struggle not knowing where to start when we want to actually grow. And it is a struggle. It is hard. Like, change is hard, growth is hard. It all sucks. But when you listen to these types of things, or if you're a reader, I personally hate reading. It'll put me to sleep in 2 seconds. But I listen to a lot of things and they just push me, keep me going. And one day maybe I will even be on those stages with those people. But I don't know. I actually get to go see Ed Milet at the end of August. So I'm super excited. I think Tim Tebow's going to be there and some other people. So we are definitely looking forward to that. Some of these people, they just like, they take a hold of you and they truly help a lot. So if you're struggling, I definitely would like just feed your mind with those positive people. And if that's reading, if that's listening, I don't know, do it for 15 to 20 minutes a day and just see where it takes you. It could totally change your life. Another thing that we did was outdoor family time. We boosted our recovery with nature and like our children, and it was definitely when we pushed ourselves to get outside, it helped. One, walking, I learned a whole different love for walking. I actually like still walk 20 to 40 minutes a day, at least 4 to 5 times a week. Sometimes I don't, and right now the smoke really sucks, so that's a whole different story. But we started going on hikes. We started like taking ourselves to the river and making sure we went to the lake. We would try to get people together and go to the river and the lake. But prior to like quitting drinking, we would never like, what was an outdoor walk? We would be sitting outside drinking on the patio. We would be wasted by 7 o'clock instead of like actually like when it cooled down, go for a walk. Or when you live in a like subdivision, like I used to, you would get together with the neighbors and you would walk around the neighborhood drinking. But like now it's completely changed. I would go on walks before I would get the kids from school. We would go as a family after dinner. I mean, it just like created a whole different like good habit. So, exchanging a bad habit for a good habit. We like recently we just went to I think some of you saw my post about going to the old Idaho penitentiary. So we would not do those things when we were drinking. So totally different world of experience. We've gone to the Idaho Botanical Gardens, the penitentiary. We go like do a ton of different things. We go to the farmers markets. We go flower picking on Saturday mornings now. I mean, just so many different things. Just getting outdoors, making yourself like just explore. Like you want to adventure, you want to explore. It keeps your mind busy, it keeps your body busy. It just keeps you just going, which is a huge, huge help, especially in the beginning of sobriety. Or for those of you that like want to cut back or completely quit drinking, I highly, highly encourage you to focus on getting those 10,000 steps in a day at least walking for 20 to 40 minutes. I definitely, like I say, I walk for 20 to 40 minutes, but I definitely try 30 to 45 minutes. It just makes me feel better. But you get to lose weight also. So those of you that struggle with weight loss, and I mean, walking can definitely help with that. Stop making the excuses. Get your butts outside. Go for a bike ride. We actually got bikes this year too. So, bike rides, hikes, walking, like in town adventures. I mean, whatever it is to keep your mind busy, do it. That is super key to success. Okay, yes, we did fix our audio. um, Thanks to Jonathan. Always, always there making this as good as we can get it. Oh, Troy, you gained 8 pounds this weekend. I used to do that. I would go camping and I'd come back and I'd be 8 to 10 pounds heavier because I ate all the crap, drank all the crap, didn't drink enough water, just sat around the campfire, did nothing, and I would be so irritated with myself. But now when we go camping, I'm not eating the crap, I'm not drinking the crap, and I'm actually making myself go hiking and walking and just moving my body instead of being stagnant, which has completely changed camping. I feel so much better when I get home. Not sure how you gained your 8 pounds, but hopefully you can reel that in. Any good ideas for more community besides here in AA? Any easy to access? I mean, I know you've emailed me, Taylor. We are trying to, we have plans. So more community is to come, but community, I guess, like find friends that can help encourage you. I mean, I have found a friend and we go to movies all the time. We like go to lunch. I think like just trying to find that one solid person in your life that you can like text or call or do things with is very crucial. Like somebody that has the same mindset as you, that wants to be active, that wants, you know, to build a better life, that doesn't drink. I think that is definitely a huge like part of community. I mean, maybe not a big community, but like just having that one person as like a key support person is definitely like key. And I know that you're in your 40 days, approaching 50, and you run. So I don't know, reach out to like a running community maybe. I know like there's so many Facebook groups out there nowadays. Like I'm sure you can like connect with people. I just really threw myself into this community. I haven't really like ventured out. I have my super close people that I reach out to and do things with, and I have you guys. So that you guys are my community. Alcohol is sugar. Yes. Yes, it is. And especially when you add all those like mix, I don't even know what they're called anymore. Whatever you mix it with. I'm telling you, summertime, we drank so much strawberry lemonade and flavored vodka. It was disgusting. To like how much we drank, pretty disgusting. Richard, yeah, sugar raises your chances of cancers. I mean, I didn't want to try to, I don't have like all the details of sugar, but I know that sugar is like, we all know sugar's terrible for us. I mean, just look at, I don't know, for those of you that like live in America, look at our obesity rate. I mean, it's insane. People are taking a shot to try to lose weight because they can't get their diets under control. And I know some, like, I have a mutual person that has a very good person that's taking it, and she's like well over 300 pounds, maybe 400 pounds, and she's still eating sugar fake sugar or sugar, it's just as bad for you. So we try to stay away from like all like aspartame, like definitely stay away from that. Like it says diet, if you look at the ingredients and it says that in it, I put it right back on the shelf. I've actually like returned things after I got home and was like, no, I don't want this. But I definitely pay attention to how much sugar is on that label. I mean, I think I've said this before. I've known people that like buy the healthier, like the Greek yogurts, but then they don't look at how much sugar is actually in those. You gotta pay attention. The subs, I'm assuming you mean like the different drinks. Um, definitely, definitely helpful. Troy, yes, this is live. We are live. I was supposed to have a guest on tonight, but a family emergency came up, so here we are, thrown together last minute, but we're here, and it'll be a good show. Sparkling water with Arizona green tea is real good. I think you've mentioned this before, and I've yet to try it because I'm pretty sure those Arizona green teas have a lot of sugar in it. But I mean, I'm sure there might be some that don't. There's this new brand out. I think Morgan Wallen actually like sponsored a flavor of it. I'm not sure, but oh my gosh, it's in my fridge. I don't know the name of it, but it doesn't have added sugar in it. So I have 2 of those in my fridge. I just haven't drank them yet. Alcoholics only drink water or booze. Alcohol in some cases. Yes, critic. But some alcoholics don't even drink water. I knew an alcoholic, I grew up with one, and they would have a beer in their hand from the moment they went to bed, or the moment they woke up, and like until the moment they went to bed. Like, I mean, if you're drinking like a light beer, I assume you're drinking water. That's what I used to call it. Thank you, Lindsay. Just had my first camp out sober with about 40 drinking friends. It was so fun. No 3 days feeling like crap after getting home. My 1 year will be Halloween. Halloween, that's a huge that's my engagement anniversary. But that's a really you quit on Halloween when most people are out partying. That's huge. Kudos to you because like some of us are like, no, we're gonna wait until all the holidays are over. I mean, I waited until 4th of July was over. But and your first camping with 40 drinking friends. Man, my first sober camping trip was just with 3 adults that drank, and that was hard for me. I was like, why am I doing this? I turned into a complete bee. I don't know if some of you have heard me talk about it in videos or lives, but it was miserable. It sucked. I was like, why am I doing this? This is stupid. But here we are, made it, survived, and now I realize that camping is absolutely amazing without drinking. Some of you might disagree with me, but it is fun. And you don't feel like crap for the next 3+ days. You don't come home bloated. You don't come home like standing on the scale wishing that you didn't drink all that. And your liver is healthier. I mean, simple as that. So good for you, Lindsay. And thank you so much. YouTube, my live streams are so helpful. I want to do more, and we plan on trying to do more eventually, but children, some of you that have little kids, it's a little hard at night. I'm the guy who went 5 days sober in Nashville and 5 months total. I work out daily. Yes. Okay. So I have not been to Nashville ever, but I've heard some people say that, it might have even been you actually, Troy, that Nashville is, like it wouldn't be fun without drinking. And I'm like, well, there's food, right? Like restaurants, like tons of things to go look at. But like when you told me that, I was like, wow, like that's absolutely amazing. Um, in 5 months. So, because you went in the very beginning, I believe. Uh, um, we thought about going to Las Vegas because now that it's just an easy vacation for us to get to, but it would be way cheaper because you're not drinking $34 drinks every time you have a drink. And I really wanted to go see Morgan Wallen, but yeah, different story. But so going to these big like tourist areas, I can't imagine how like maybe uncomfortable at first, but then once you get there and you get in the groove, like it's fine. Especially like in those big areas, there's so much to do. And like now I'm like, man, we can go actually go enjoy these shows without being drunk and hungover. Like my last trip to Vegas, I probably slept, I was passed out like all day long. And then Jonathan had to drag me to dinner. But that's what you do in Vegas, right? Like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, whatever. But no, we're gonna retry Vegas one day. And for my 40th birthday, my goal is to go to Nashville with some girls. So hopefully, if I lose, oh, Steve, if I lose weight, it's because of sweating in Arizona heat. You're a little hotter than us, but oh man, we've been so hot. Richard said you drink the diet one. That's definitely better than probably all that sugar in there. Um, it's definitely great to wake up and not feel sick. Lately, when we go out and do activities with like our air quality has been in the 140s and 150s, so unhealthy, according to the website. So when we go out and do activities in this like 100-degree weather with the air quality, like I come home and I'm like, ugh, I feel like crap. Like I never like I don't know why I put myself through so much misery. Like I self-inflicted my own like sickness so many times, but now I'm like, ugh, why do I feel like crap? And now I like can blame it on something else and not myself. September 2024 will be my second anniversary of sober, no alcohol since then, and never plan on going back. Sober life is the best. It truly is, and I wish like more people would just give it a chance because I know that in the very beginning it's so hard and you're changing so many things. You're changing like family dynamics, friend dynamics, like you're figuring out like which groups you belong in, where you belong, like and you realize so much. You have to feel your emotions. Raise your hand if you hate feeling your emotions. So, like the first year of sobriety is when they say like if you can get through the first year, they say you're in the clear, but I've known some people and one day I hope to get him on. I don't know if he watches me, but one of my biggest supporters back home, he went several, like, I don't know, maybe it was like a decade or so not drinking. And it took one drink and he went back to drinking. So, like, when we get to a sober phase and we never want to go back to drinking, like, I feel like it's very important never to touch alcohol ever again. Like, if you know that you have a problem with it, even after like 1, 2, 10, 20, 30 plus years, like, stay away from it. Like, especially before that 1 year mark, because that is when you're the most vulnerable to falling back in a trap. And I mean, we know several people that have quit drinking for a couple of weeks and fall right back into the trap. And it's just the same repeating, like, evil cycle. Like, I know how I feel not drinking, and I know what my life, like, how much success my life has had since I quit drinking. No, it's not fun in the beginning, and there's going to be many things that test you, and like you will still question like, crap, did I do the right thing? Especially when it hurts really bad, but you know you did the right thing. Like you're on the right path. And for those of you that are in your like very beginning, like you just have to keep going. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just have to say no, walk away, take yourself out of like scenarios and events and distance yourself until you are completely ready. Because one day you'll be 2 years like Jeremy is. We need to get Morgan Wallen on the show. I mean, throwing a chair off his building, I think he should have probably went back to rehab or something. I don't know. I've heard a lot of somebody was telling me that one of the lead people in Five Finger Death Punch is sober. Coulter Wall is sober. There's a lot of like, there was some other country singers that were sober as well. And I don't know if you guys watched the baseball thing the other day. Ingrid something. She apparently checked herself into rehab because how horrible she sang the national anthem because she admitted that she was drunk. I mean, I haven't been around anyone drinking for years. Nashville is a country music and very South orientated. Yeah, no, I mean, everybody like wants to go to Nashville and have some beers with the country people. I mean, that's all why I wanted to go, but now I just want to go to actually like visit and see what Nashville's about. So I'm trying to get sober. What makes it hard is my family. They are so mean to me. They avoid me and don't want me around. It's sad and hard to want to be sober. I can understand this. It's definitely, I think our families don't understand when like you want to change your life, but then I know last week you talked about this. Maybe you just have to tell them that like you need their support. I don't know if you told them that. Or maybe just some distance for a little bit and like switch your mindset to like, I'm just gonna give this a little bit and maybe after a while we can like come back together. But it is hard when like people closest to you, like friends or family, are mean to you about quitting drinking or make comments or like you just feel, I think we talked about this last week, like feel attacked. Like it sucks. It's hard. You need the support. You don't need to feel like you're a failure because you quit drinking, and like you just need cheerleaders. It's a hard thing. Some of us have it harder than others, and I like I've said, I don't think I would be over a year sober if it wasn't for you guys. Like I started that drinking, I did that drinker video, and you all ran to my side, and you guys have been my biggest support, and Jonathan's even said it himself, like you guys are my outlet. So I think you have to have an outlet. Like you have to have the support. You can't go like and try to do it on your own. You can't hide yourself in a room and come out and expect to stay sober. You have to like Mark's not here tonight, but or maybe he is, I don't know. Like he, did treatment and now he's on medicine. He's doing amazing. He's lost family contact because he went to rehab and quit drinking, and his family didn't want to quit drinking. So, I mean, it just sucks. Like, I understand the struggle is totally real, and hopefully they come around. Maybe just be mean back to them and tell them that you need help. I don't know. Being in music all my life, I didn't think I could play on stage without drinking, but I play way better now than ever. Well, I feel you, because when I did my first live stream, I was like, oh my gosh, like I used to have to do these things like drunk. Like I could not, like before I quit drinking, you would have never seen me on here without having a couple shots. Like even like doing videos before, not on this channel, a different channel, would be like, oh crap, I need to like take the edge off and like have like a shot of tequila or something. So I get it. But at least I'm not like I blabber all the time anyways, but it's not like slurring, I guess. But yeah, you play better. You do better when you actually are clear-minded. Like we think that we do better when we're wasted, but really we don't. We actually just suck. Just like dancing. Like we went to a concert Friday night and I literally, Jonathan's watching this, but I literally looked at Jonathan and I said, next time I'm going to take a girlfriend because like at least like if I'm going to be sober, like I need somebody to like help me interact because I don't dance sober. I don't sing sober. Like you could take me to concerts drunk and I would sing and dance the whole night, but I still have a blast. Just I'm not as wild. Yes, it only takes one drink. I know, unfortunately. I know a lot of you have struggled with this in recent weeks, months. Some of you have gotten 4 to 6 months sober and had a drink and then spiraled back down and have to start over again. I couldn't imagine, like, that's why I really leaned into, that's why I'm glad that I had the program that I did and those 5 things that I did to help really like keep me motivated to stay sober. Because I think without those, I wouldn't have been successful either. I'm gearing up to kick this again. The Nashville Zero Alcohol was awesome. You got to experience a trip without alcohol. I need to go on a big trip. I've only gone, I don't even know where I've gone. I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. I'd like to fly somewhere and get out of this stupid smoke, that's for sure. How did you get your husband to quit? Funny, he actually quit before me. Our daughter came out and had mentioned something like, Daddy, doesn't this kill you? Isn't this going to kill you? Or something like that. And he has battled autoimmune for quite a while, and he knew alcohol like flared it up and hurt him. And so for the longest time, he just drank hard seltzers because it was better for him, but really it wasn't. And so he quit May of 20, or we went camping for Memorial Day weekend. So the end of May, and we came home that Monday or Tuesday, and he had Emma go grab him a seltzer, and she made a comment to him, and he didn't even drink it, and he hasn't drank not even a drop since. So that was fun because for the first 2 months of him being sober, it was me still drinking and being like, oh, you think you're better than me type attitude. But we did it together. We're here. Took me a couple months, and yeah, like he tried to encourage me, but it took the accountability for me to actually do it, say no, and stay away from it. Hey, look, James is here. I'm glad you made it tonight. I found your husband, I think, on Real Estate Channel in Nampa, Idaho. Seems honest. Yes, so we definitely pride ourselves in the honesty world. Our real estate channels have actually gotten in trouble because we're a little too honest. So, yes, that is him. He edits all those videos, and if you guys want to check out the Good News Realty Group YouTube channel, that's where you can find him in some of those. Quitting starts when you and you only 100% want to stop. Yes. Yes, 100%. I think some people just need a little bit more help, and they need to actually ask for the help and seek the help and realize that there's resources out there, there's tools out there that can actually help people stay away. Like, I know there's so many people out there that want to quit, and it's just hard for them to put themselves in front of somebody to say, hey, I need help. Help me with this. I don't want to do this anymore. But from some of your experience, taking the medication has completely helped. We all know that it's absolutely 100% helped Mark. He's been on here, told us about it. And so there's so many things to help people quit drinking if they actually want to quit drinking. So don't be afraid to seek the resources, ask your doctor, ask a friend, ask a family member, anybody. Like, you have to ask for help. You can't do it on your own if you really want to quit. Oh, you're having heavy rain today, huh? Well, can you send some rain our way? Because apparently there's over 360,000 acres burning in California, and along with the, I don't know, 200 plus thousand acres here all around us. I don't even know stats anymore. Sucks. Auto mechanics is a good outlet for stress, and the outcome is a running car or better running. Yeah, that's a good one. That would be a shitty feeling to make it to 1 year without alcohol and then celebrate by drinking. You know, I've thought about this. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm like, what? Like, what if people get to a year sober and they're like, oh, cheers to me, I made it. 1 year sober. I mean, there's other ways to celebrate sobriety, and I think what I did is I probably went out and had ice cream. Sugar, tell you. I mean, we have some really good ice cream places around here, and they're local, and you just can't stay away from them. But yes. Um, yes, Jeremy says with Richard, you are 100% right. I just came to the realization that it was adding no value to my life, none. It wasn't working for me anymore. So that was it, done. Alcohol doesn't serve anybody's life. Like, it ruins your life. It ruins your relationships. It ruins your family dynamics. It ruins your friendships. Like, it ruins your jobs. It ruins your finances. It ruins like so many things. And people just don't realize how destructive it is. It doesn't serve us whatsoever. If you're bored, freaking go do something. Get your ass off the couch. Stop watching TV. I don't know. You got to like do the work. Like a lot, so many people say, what do you do? I'm bored without it. Well, when I look back, I actually am like, man, I was actually boring while drinking. Like now I actually go out and do stuff. But not a lot of us are built the same way, and you have to realize it on your own. Like you said, you have to be 100% ready. Hey Meg, I owe you an apology. I got mad at you over YouTube for not reaching out to me. I was drunk then. I've not been sober 3 months and running 6 days a week since I quit. Oh, so you've been sober for 3 months and running 6 days a week since you quit. A little heads up. If people reach out to me, sometimes I don't get them. And like I have a couple emails that some of you, like you guys find one email, but then I get emails to a different email, and I don't really know where they go. Like they could probably go to Jonathan. I don't even know where they go. So if you try to reach out to me, just make sure that it's the right email, or find me on social media and send me a message, and I can try to get to those requests, because, you know, sometimes if social media like blocks people that you don't know, I don't know. So if you guys want to find me, I do have Instagram. And I know a lot of you have, like, tons of you actually like reach out to me via Instagram messaging. And that is like, it's quicker for me to get to you guys. Like I have like, I'm a mom, I do real estate, I'm a housewife. I mean, like I'm all of it. So it's really hard for me to like keep on top of things a lot. Just so you know, I don't ignore you guys. I just like, I have a life also. But I do read all the comments. I just sometimes don't get to them right away. And I don't like to leave just like hearts acknowledging it. I mean, sometimes I have, but like I like to actually respond to you guys. Would love to chat about my experience sometime. Yes. Yes. Find me the correct way. And I don't know how you tried reaching out to me. We can retry this. Get rid of the booze and you get rid of your problems. You do. First, you got to definitely get rid of the booze, and, you know, get rid of those problems that the booze caused. And then, you know, sometimes quitting drinking does create problems in other ways, but they're good problems that you navigate and you get through, and you become stronger on the other side. So Steve has been sober for 3 decades. It's easy work. You just gotta avoid the alcohol completely. Yes. So he's been sober for 3 decades. And how, like, do we have a tally of how long, like, people have been sober? Like, you guys can comment, like, how long you've actually been sober. That's a fun one. Playing in a live setting with a few drinks in you lowers the high end in your hearing, which can also lead to sloppy playing for many. I assume you're responding to somebody's, like, because you played in music, and then there's so many of you that actually have played, like, in bands or traveled with bands, or the, I don't know, Hollywood scene, band scene, whatever. But I couldn't imagine, like, some of you quitting drinking while still being in that environment. Like, I feel like you have, for me, I had to take myself out of so many environments in the very beginning of quitting drinking because it was not healthy for me and my journey. And so kudos to you guys that can quit drinking and stay around all those people, because that's not for me. Even at my baby showers, I was like, there is no drinking at my baby showers, because if I can't drink, you can't drink. But people would come drunk anyways. So just saying, maybe I wasn't always like some people, some mean people have made comments like maybe I was the issue, but then if I wasn't drinking and people still came around drunk, maybe I actually wasn't the issue. I don't know. But I mean, it all definitely comes down to us wanting what's best for us. And it's hard in the very beginning, quitting drinking. Nobody, like, tells you, everybody's experience is different. Like, you have a group of friends, you have, like, people that you always do stuff with, but that changes, and that's fine. And I've realized this, like, a lot. I always say, like, you lose friends, but I don't think it's losing them. I think it's just, like, there's a different distance. There's a different, like, you still, like, see them, you still hang out with them, you still talk to them. You just don't do what you did with them. Like, you don't go running around, like, drinking all the time. Everything's just changed. And I actually like smaller circles. Like, we would go riding when we had a side by side, and everybody would drink. I would come home and not even remember the ride. But, like, those are the types of groups that, like, you don't really, like, see very often anymore. You may still talk to them via social media or phone, but, like, I guess when I say lose friends, those are, like, I lost those, like, groups of people. But it's fine, because, I mean, when we get a side by side again, I can't wait to actually go explore completely sober and not, like, stress about stopping and getting my next drink. Or for those of you that have side by sides and are watching this, how many times do you have to stop to pee along? Like, I don't know how many times. We'd go on rides and it would be a 2-hour ride, but it would take us 4 hours to get there because everybody had to stop, get a drink, and go pee constantly. So I mean, I would like to go on, like, a sober ride and see, like, how much fun it is. Like, you just change so many things when you quit drinking. Like, so many things. Like, you realize that there's a complete different life out there. Working in the hotel world played a major part in my drinking. All of my alcohol was free, especially as an F&B manager. Yeah, I remember you mentioning the hotel world. I think that'd be a hard one. I think you realize that with some of your friends, you really only had one thing in common: drinking. Otherwise, you have no other common interest. That's what I've found. It is, like, we may all have, like, some of the same things in life, but it's really hard when some people want to grow and then some, like, don't, and then there's a miscommunication, I guess I would call it. Like, you don't want to do this, but then the other one thinks that they don't want to do this, and then it's just then avoidance happens, and that's when the friendships start getting weird. Because when it was just drinking was your most common interest. I mean, it could be other things, but like drinking is what like led you to each other for the most part. So it's natural you'll lose those friends. Yeah, when you stop doing a lot of the things, and then, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a hard one. The hardest part is to get started. Yes, like when Jonathan quit drinking, he wanted me to quit with him, and I wouldn't. I didn't want to. I didn't see a problem with my drinking. I never saw a problem with my drinking. And then when I quit drinking, I realized that I had a horrible habit of relying on alcohol to get me through so many social events, to get me through a bad day, stressful day, kids screaming, dogs barking, like all the things. Like I thought like alcohol was the only thing that was fun. Like you drink for fun, and I didn't know any other way. Didn't know any other way. So when I finally started that journey, I'm so thankful that I have started that journey. Major fires also north of you in British Columbia and Alberta. Yeah, we are just tanked with fires. It's annoying. I've been trying to refrain from message in 36 years on Valentine's Day. Woohoo. It's a great feeling being healthy and living a normal life, or not worrying about the alcohol. Yeah. 36 years on Valentine's. That's a pretty sweet Valentine, that's for sure. This year on Valentine's Day, instead of champagne, we got Heineken Zero, and I don't even think we finished one because it was just not, I don't know, it just wasn't good. I don't know. Like I used to like chug beer. I chug everything I drink. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or non-alcohol. You see me with an iced coffee and it's gone in 2 minutes. Just like alcohol. It was the Heineken Zero just wasn't what it tasted pretty much like Heineken, but at the same time it just like I was okay dumping it down the drain. I would never waste a beer prior to quitting drinking. Quitting drinking can put the spotlight on other issues that caused the drinking. Yes. A lot of us, yeah. I was thinking about this today. A lot of us quitting drinking can put the spotlight on other issues that caused the drinking. This can go for so many things. I quit drinking, and then I realized how many problems were never addressed in my life, and a lot of them came because of drinking. Like, I mean, I can go on and on and on about how many things drinking has caused in our life, and it's sad that we let alcohol destroy us. It's sad that we let alcohol destroy like marriages and friendships, and like good friendships, and family lives and children. Like what the children have to experience because the adults can't freaking get it together. Like I was one of them, but like it definitely destroys so much. I tried an NA rosé this weekend and it made me gag. I can't do things that taste like alcohol, apparently. When I was pregnant with Colton, I found non-alcoholic wine and it tasted so disgusting that I've never tried it again. I will admit I found a non-alcoholic champagne. It's called Zilch. Haven't opened it yet, but the bottle, I just liked the name and it just stood out to me like Zilch. Like, I don't know. I'm weird with names, but I thought my friend was coming this weekend. So I was like, oh, I can get a bottle of champagne and we can have mimosas. So I'm not sure how it tastes. I will keep you guys all updated if I like it or not, because I don't like NA wine. I know that from like Colton's pregnancy, like I mentioned. I do like the Waterloo Rosé all day. I will admit that. That is probably one of my favorite Waterloos besides the cherry limeade. Have a good night, all. Again, 3 months sober. Congratulations. David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, helped me so much. Trust. You know what? I actually listened to Can't Hurt Me. And I don't know if I finished the book, but I remember I started listening to it a few years ago. But David Goggins is another one that can like punch you where you need to be punched so you can get your life together. He's absolutely amazing. And his came from like a really rough childhood. So life is better sober. It is. I just wish like more and more people are getting on board, but I wish like more would, or at least give it like the 6 months. I don't know, give it 12 months, see how you feel. Just like sugar. Get rid of sugar. I mean, oh, let me get rid of this really quick. All right. Of course, not a problem. I did because of a severe mental problem. Somebody brought up a good point. Like, do we drink because we have mental issues, or do we have mental issues because we drink? Is that like, I'm not even sure like how to even answer that, because like some of us drink to cure, like help with our depression and anxiety, but yet like the alcohol is just feeding the depression and anxiety. It's just, this is a funny circle that we live in. Like, oh, I'm gonna drink to cure this, but yet it's gonna like not cure it. It's gonna actually make it worse. Yes, it's a day to sit back, enjoy living sober, and live a little and being with your sweetie too. Thank you for the continuous encouragement for a better life. Things can change. Yes, things can change constantly. Like our lives are constantly evolving and changing, and you just have to accept the ride, accept the change, accept the growth, and just like keep going and moving forward, and realize that like just because it's hard to quit drinking in the very beginning doesn't mean that it's always going to be hard. Like, suck it up, buttercup. Like, seriously. Like, was it hard for the first 3 weeks for me? Yeah. Was it easy, like, at that 6 to 9 month mark? Oh, easy peasy. Hitting that 11 to 12 month mark, I, like, feel like I was being tested by everything in life. I don't know, whatever, but got through it, getting better, getting stronger, realize that you can overcome like such heartbreaking, hard things in life, like without turning to the freaking bottle. The bottle would just make all of these things in life that are hard even harder. And that's what I've realized the most through this whole entire thing is alcohol never helped me solve any problems in life. It was false, and I'm glad that I let it go. You will lose your current social circle, but will also have the opportunity to create a new non-drinking, more cohesive social circle. Ain't that the truth? I have really poured myself into, like, I've had a couple friends move back, and I don't know how to say that. A couple friends move here recently that we were friends with before. And so like pouring yourself back into those relationships and like finding like new relationships. Once you find out somebody doesn't drink, you're like, oh, hey, let's be friends. Like, let's go do things together. And yeah, like it's just you do create new non-drinking better relationships, or you expand on those relationships and make them better. Like, I can definitely tell you that we haven't lost everybody, and we still hang out with people. We're still included in like a couple, like definitely a handful of our like close friends. Like they still include us in everything. They still invite us over for dinner, and They go out of their way to make sure that they have plenty of meat for Jonathan. They make sure that they have like our like non-alcoholic drinks. And I mean, that's like it's still so fun to hang out with like our friends, but like the relationship actually just got better because nobody's like we're not just wasted not understanding each other and not remembering how the night went. People drink to forget about their problems. Unfortunately, next day you even have worse problems with a hangover and no money in pocket. Yep. Like, so we definitely try to drink our problems away, just have to reface them the next day. I mean, so many of you will comment the like you have to go through your text messages and your social media and like what did you post? What did you say to this person or that person? And now I don't have to now I know what I've said, felt, did, shared, and now I have no regrets. Maybe sometimes I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have shared that, but I don't care anymore. I quit for a year and a half in 2018 until 2019. One day I decided to go get a beer out of nowhere. I didn't quit again until April of this year. Even one drink is dangerous if you quit. Yes. And I wish so many people would understand that. It's so hard because we think that we are strong enough, but yet we're not. Like, if those of us that have a problem, like, have one drink, it's going to spiral us back. Oh, here's the alcohol causes the mental problems and the severe psych problems. I had, physical problems. I had an EEG 40 years ago. I had one last month and normal brain waves or normal output. The guy that was supposed to be on here tonight, he had a lot of health issues and he quit drinking and a lot of his health issues got cured. I know Mark had issues also and those got cured. So like quitting drinking is definitely like super detrimental to our bodies, mentally and physically. But society doesn't want you to know that. Another sober account I follow said, I was confusing chaos with fun. And that was a big eye opener and aha moment. Oh my gosh, ain't that the truth? Like, confusing chaos with fun. We were at the concert and I'm like, oh, we get to watch all the chaos unfold now from a sober view. And that is the funniest part because it is all chaotic. Everybody like is stumbling out of there. You know they're driving home. And then like the awkward dancing, the arguments, the pushing, the shoving, the fights, like all of it. Like it's just so chaotic. And then you like, for me, I definitely caused a lot of chaos. I will admit that. Like I always wanted like the radio loud. I wanted to just be obnoxious when I was drinking. If we only had videos, I'm sure Jonathan does. We'll keep those to ourselves. But I mean, it's so true. Like we create our own chaos, and when we're drinking, it just creates more chaos, and we're the ones creating. Like we're constantly always creating our own chaos. You don't have to drink to have fun. Try it. Like you just have to try it. Keep up the good work. Oh. It's a bit of both. I'm assuming it's you were answering my question about mental like alcohol causing the mental issues or mental issues causing the alcohol issues. Yeah. I don't think there's one like I don't think it's a solid answer. I think like some of us are genetically born with mental issues, but then some of us like it's a chemical. I'm not a doctor. I mean, I've heard there's actually chemical imbalances, but like and then we feed it with alcohol and it makes it worse. But then those of us that start drinking without any issues, I feel like we create our own issues mentally, give ourselves depression and anxiety. Like I knew a friend back home. This was years ago, like 9, 10 or so years ago. Like she knew that she had depression and she knew that drinking was causing her more depression, but then she just kept drinking. I don't know if she still drinks or not, but like I didn't realize it back then. Like you don't I was like early 20s and I didn't like realize that alcohol actually caused all these freaking issues. But then when I start hearing like, oh, I shouldn't be drinking, it's going to cause me more depression. Well, that should be like, if you're having issues in life, you should probably like let it go. I don't know. Figure out what's causing your depression and fix it. Work on it. You have to work on yourself. Like I said, like get outdoors, drink your water, get rid of the crap food, and like avoid the sugar, like drink the coffee, drink the sparkling waters, drink like iced tea or lemonade. I don't know. Even if it has a little bit of sugar in the beginning to get you through it, you just have to like switch the alternative drinks up for like healthier non-alcoholic drinks. And it's a day by day process, and you just have to like never give up. Even if you have a bad day, you're depressed, you're sad, something went wrong in your life, just get outside and I don't know, listen to something positive, read a book, call a friend, find a like sober community somewhere, whether that be online or in person. Like we have so many there's so many resources out there now. I saw Paul. He was on one of my podcasts. I don't know how many of you actually watched it, but I actually ran into him at the Gary Allan concert and met his wife. She was super sweet, super bubbly, and he actually has an outdoor AA meeting that him and some of the people put together throughout or like during COVID. They created this outdoor bonfire AA group. And how like fascinating. If we just had more of those like types of things for people, I think maybe there would be a better like outcome of people like actually staying sober. It's social conditioning, so when you have problems as a young person and you start drinking socially to fit in, it then becomes a habit as well as a go-to to numb the pain. You never learn to solve life issues without a drink. Ain't that, oh my gosh. Spot on. Spot on. So many of us cover up our trauma, our pain, our sadness, our life issues with alcohol. We don't actually face them head on. And so we're never going to actually solve these problems. When I quit drinking, I had something traumatic happen to me the year before. And throughout my, like, there was healing. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm still not fully healed, but quitting drinking actually, like, healed a huge chunk of me. And I would have never healed. Like, I would have never actually, like, been able to feel and work through it if I hadn't quit drinking. Like, it was something that I quit drinking for 2 weeks, and then I started drinking again. But I always avoided it. I never wanted to talk about it, never wanted to feel it. But then you quit drinking and you actually feel it, you deal with it, and you're like, oh, like, wow, is this what healing is? Like, oh, I quit drinking and I can actually heal myself. Just like, if you're overweight and unhealthy, like letting go of the crap food, quit eating out, quit drinking like crap. Pop or soda, whatever you want to call it, I hate it. Like, we went to it, like people put that stuff with their alcohol and like as a mixer, and it just like, not gonna lie, that's the one thing I would like almost refuse to put in my alcohol to make it healthier, because I did not want the extra sugar. But like people that drink soda, diet soda, it's terrible for you. Like when I was taking my personal training test or course, aspartame is actually like, it is an appetite, like it gives you an appetite. It doesn't suppress your appetite. It like does not help. So people that are drinking diet soda and like, oh, I'm doing diet because I'm going to lose weight. You ain't losing weight. Have you ever seen most of the people that I know that drink diet soda or any type of diet drink are the ones that like say they're trying to lose weight, and it's not helping. We went to a shed store the other day to look for like a shed, And the guy's like, "Oh, we have Dr. Pepper and Coke in the fridge." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." Like, no water. It was like 105 degrees outside. But no, all there was Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola. And I was like, that is like disgusting. And I mean, I know some of you probably drink pop, but I've never been, like, I don't think my parents really let us drink pop, and I just never grew up being a pop drinker. So, my kids don't drink soda, and not a fan. It has just as much sugar and junk in it. Like, so for those that are like trying to lose weight or complaining about their weight and they're dumping like vodka and Mountain Dew or whiskey and Coke, it's disgusting. Like, imagine how much sugar you're drinking. I mean, just like sweet wines, like, I mean, they don't put the nutrition labels on these bottles for a reason. I mean, you can see like some bottles of beer have nutrition labels and like the hard seltzers have nutrition labels, but have you like can you show me a bottle of alcohol that has a nutrition label on it? I've never seen one. I also haven't actually bought a bottle of alcohol in over a year. So, not sure if they've changed, but they try to hide all these things from us because they want us to like drink it and not actually like look at the bottle and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be drinking this. How many calories does that have in it? How much calories does 1 ounce of like whiskey or vodka or tequila have in it? Like a lot of people I know will drink like plain vodka because it's better for them and it has less calories, but it's still doing the same thing to your body. It's ruining your body. It's not gonna help you lose weight. I was guilty of that a few years ago. Like, nope, just switch your mixer up. You don't need to quit drinking. Yes, you need to quit drinking to lose weight. You see that big belly or your puffy face and you just won't quit drinking. Well, you got to quit drinking to lose that stuff. Like, and that's the truth. Like, it's sad because like I can see it in people's faces now and I can smell it like no other. Like we were sitting next to people at this concert and I'm like, I smell their beer. And it was just like 3 people down from me. And so now when people, I told Jonathan, I'm like, I smell alcohol. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I can smell alcohol just as good as I can smell cigarettes now. Like, I've always been able to smell cigarettes because I've never been a smoker, so cigarette smoke is disgusting. And now the smell of alcohol is disgusting also. Smells like people that drink smell like a stale bar floor. I mean, I probably smelled like that too to non-drinkers. I can smell myself sometimes. It's disgusting. Always remember a better lifestyle and have a great evening. And yes, there are chemical imbalances I learned from the past, neuro doctors. Chemical imbalances are a real thing. I know that. But like James says, or I know him as James, some of you might not know him as James, drinking causes brain rot. Yeah, it does. It does. Like my grandpa always said, pickled brain. And it's true. How many of us like blame like our forgetfulness on just getting old? But how much alcohol have you consumed throughout your whole entire life? Cigarettes have it, beware of health. Yes, exactly. Cigarettes have beware, but bottles of alcohol just say should not, if you're pregnant, you should not drink. It baffles my mind. I don't know. Hi, Megan. Thank you so much for the messages you bring about being alcohol-free, no nonsense, direct, unbiased, yet with a sense of humor too. You show us stopping drinking has to be doom and gloom. Doesn't have to be doom and gloom. No, it doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Like, a lot of people are like, I don't know what to do with my time now. I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? Isn't it boring? Like, how do I get through this? How do I get through that? You just do it. Like, I had one follower, like, he literally put a post-it of something that I said in his car that said, just, I don't know what it was. It was something about like, you just do it or something. And he always looked at that to remind him like not to drink. But just stop making the excuses. Just like working out. You stop making the excuses. Just like stop eating the donuts. I'm taking my kids to donuts in the morning, by the way. But I won't eat the donuts because I hate donuts. I will feed my kids sugar once in a while. Love what you're doing, Megan. 8 months here. Hey, that is awesome. You're so close to a year. For those of you that would be willing to come on and talk to me if you're any amount sober, but like especially those that are like past the like approaching your year, like I would love to get you on so we can like hear your 1 year journey and how you actually like got through those really hard like phases, because I know like it's a roller coaster. Like the first few months suck, and then you got this like little phase of like, well, where am I now? And then you have the high, and then you start approaching a year and you're like, oh crap. Like now I really have to feel these emotions. So I would love for those of you that like would be willing to come on and talk to throw me a message somewhere. Maybe I will put my email in this description in here, and so you guys can email me and the right email if you guys want to. I would love it. Have any of your drinking friends stopped or limited their drinking because of your influence? Yes, they have. We went over to a friend's house the other night, and they were actually drinking the sparkling waters, and we went camping with them at the beginning of summertime, and I brought these hop splash waters. Well, one was called Hop Splash, one was another hop flavored water, and introduced him to that, and so now he drinks that, and they got some for us when we were there. I mean, some people aren't going to admit that we've influenced them, but I had somebody that we used to go riding with reach out to me a couple weeks ago and said that she had been trying to quit drinking, but her husband is still a super heavy drinker, and she was trying to navigate that. She was working on quitting smoking, and she's already lost like 50 pounds. But like, I mean, I won't name names, but like, yeah, we've influenced a ton of people, whether they admit it or not. When you quit drinking, after we quit drinking, like you probably realize that like, but you know, some of them quit drinking for a while and then they went back to drinking. So like, it's cool. At least they tried. I don't know. But some of them still just do their own thing, but whatever. I mean, I'm not going to drink because they're drinking. And one of my best friends, she cut back a lot. She had to cut back for some other reasons, but we influenced her a little bit to cut back also. One of my cousins reaches out to me and says like I've inspired her to get back on a health journey. And I mean, like we get like these random messages from people like I've quit because of you, or you've helped me like lose weight, you've helped me do this, you helped me do that. And I love it. Like I used to be the drinker, and now I'm the one that's not a drinker, and I'm the one that's like I led people to alcohol, and now I'm leading people away from alcohol. Funny world that we live in. Like I used to be the one that like something really like bothers me now that I quit drinking. We went to a concert like a year and a half ago, and this couple was there enjoying their time, and we just like pressured them to have a drink. And now I'm like, ugh, like if people pressured me to have a drink and I didn't want to drink, I would be so pissed off at them. But like I guess that's why I'm more open about like me not drinking. Like, no, I'm not drinking, I don't drink, I haven't drank in a year. And people will go, oh, that's awesome. But like the key to those that are still drinking, you do not push alcohol on people. I learned that, and that memory still just is in my brain, that like this poor couple, what if they had been on their own non-alcoholic journey and I just spiraled them back. And I've gotten other people to be like, I don't know, I used to influence people to drink, and so it's a whole different world now that I'm influencing people not to drink. completely life-changing for me and for all of you and for so many people that are close to us. Before I wrap up, I would love for you guys to, I really need to put a poll out for the time because it looks like more people start showing up after 8 o'clock my time. So I'm assuming that the 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time is better for a lot of you than the 7 o'clock. So I think we should reevaluate. I will put a poll out after we get done with this so we can gather these numbers. I used to be the one who pressured everyone to drink too. Oh my gosh. I feel like such a fool now. Like, I mean, I went to the water park one time with this mom that I have never hung out with, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a drink. You want a drink?" Or like I would just bring people drinks. Like not even like no concept in the world that actually people may not actually want to drink. I don't know, but it's rude when you pressure people to drink, and yeah. Well, now I don't. Yes, aspartame is a horrible substance. My dad was always so weird about us putting sweet and low in our like teas. Like as kids, we were able to drink iced tea, but he would never let us put the sweet and low in our tea. And he said it would do something to our brain. And so the older I get, the more I learn these things. And well, I mean, it's an addicting, it is an addicting substance also, and it causes so many issues, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you about certain substances besides alcohol. just don't drink it. It's true. Alcohol robs everything. It steals the life. I found out. Peace. Cool show. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys all being here. And if we don't have any more other questions or anything, I guess we will try to shoot for 8 o'clock next week. I'm trying to schedule a vacation before summer ends. My kids start school literally in 2 weeks. So if it's not a Monday, it'll be a different day, but we will do this weekly for sure. Mondays are our go-to, and we might be switching it to 8 o'clock, but thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Lindsay, for your, what is this called? Super comment. Makes me feel absolutely amazing. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys all soon.